Cool, so we can shit on them, but shorty generous. She wanna pack her little friends inside the 4-door. Looking at the ass, cause you the shit, but shorty in her own class on them. She know how I'm coming by it. In the height of slavery, I probably slapped the shit out of one of them little white boys. They ever tried to play with her. Probably lose my life, but shit, I proudly take their love. Simply cause I live for you. I love you like one of my kind, let it cake. You know I care for you. Think I'm funny, anything to put a smile on you, shorty. Shorty such a queen, she got me singing Elvis like the king. I can't help falling in love with something like that. What's going on, y'all? It's your main man 5, and I'm back with another video for y'all. I'm back with another sleep token video for y'all, if you haven't noticed. I know y'all read the title, and I know this is something y'all been asking for, but more importantly, it's something that y'all earned and deserve. So, as y'all know, I recently put out a reaction to Caramel, and it was my first time ever hearing Sleep Token. Shout out to Gage for suggesting that to me. But you guys went insane. The fan base of Sleep Token showed up and showed their complete asses. We ended up getting a lot better reception for that video than I was expecting. We got over 1,000 likes when all I asked for was 100 to do another song. So I feel like since you guys worked so hard and literally 10 times the goals that I asked for you guys to hit, I owe you something a little bit more than what was expected. So there's been a change of plans. I had something pre-done, but I'm gonna do something fresh because it's something that you guys deserve and something that you showed up and showed that you wanted. So why wouldn't I? So first off, today I'm gonna be checking out the lore. I saw a whole bunch of comments about how I was pretty spot on and had a great understanding of the band and what it is that they represent, even without knowing the lore and the background of them. And I appreciate you guys for showing so much love. I love all of the comments under that video. It means a lot. But I think I owe you guys by doing my due diligence, going back and checking out this lore video, just so I can say that I know for sure moving forward. And I got a special surprise for y'all. Since you hit 1,000 likes on the Caramel video, I'm gonna start the Sleep Token journey, and I wanna do that with you guys here. So, at the time you're watching this video, I'm going to be starting the journey, starting back from their very first album. So, by the time you're checking this out, I want you to scan this QR code right here. Shout out to all of our patrons. They show endless love to us, and they always get early access, unedited, uncut, amazing videos, and a lot of exclusives. But my album reaction to the Sundowning will be up on our Patreon as you're watching this video. So make sure you scan this QR code if you're a little bit impatient. I have to take, a little bit of time to edit it down and get it prepared to YouTube, but it's definitely coming here. I won't add any more stipulations. It's something that you guys already earned, and I'm excited to do that for you. So make sure you stay tuned for that. But without further ado, let's get into the lore and background of Sleep Token.
The members of Sleep Token are a masked anonymous collective of musicians said to be united in their worship of an ancient deity identified by them as Sleep, who appeared to the band's lead singer Vessel in a dream. You have probably already heard this quote. It's repeated again and again in videos and articles across the internet. It's the first thing you'll find when you search for information about the band, but the rest is harder to uncover. The pieces are too fragmented and spread out in the vast ether. But worry not, because I'm gonna tell you everything you need to know. For now. The Sleep Token universe is filled with esoteric references, riddles, and secrecy, not to mention an ocean of fairies to go with it all. Navigating all of this for the first time can be a daunting task, but I'll do my best to guide you through it all, and hopefully help you understand both the band and the music better. This video will act as an introduction and first part of a series that gradually dives deeper into the various aspects of the band. At this point, you have most likely already seen the masks, the robes, and the mystery surrounding the band and thought, what's going on? So let's start there. The masks and the anonymity are both part art and part theatrics. In a time where music has increasingly focused on the personal image and private life of the artists, Vessel wanted to shift the focus entirely on the music and the message. In the only ever interview the band has given, it was in written form, Vessel noted that Our identities are unimportant. Music is marketed on who is or who isn't in a band. It's pushed, prodded, and molded into something it isn't. So it's safe to say that the entire concept revolving Sleep Token is a heavy emphasis on the message being delivered and not the person who is delivering it.
I gotta agree with that. I know we talked a lot about that when we did the caramel reaction. I'm not gonna talk too much through this video. I'm gonna just check it out and just give my reaction as we go along. But I was just saying to Janae yesterday, that's something that I really respect. The fact that there are people out there that still focus on not needing to be the biggest celebrity in the world, not needing to be the face that's plastered across every cover, but you want to be known for the art form that you love. You want to be known for your contribution to the bigger picture. You want to be known for your contribution to artistic expression as a whole. If you're judging me for things that I deal with in my personal life, which everybody goes through different things, that takes away. I say this all the time. I feel like when it comes to the industry, whether it be music, film, just the entertainment industry as a whole, it's more so a popularity contest than it is focused on the art at this point. It's always been something that if you're not wearing the best clothes or driving the best cars or being seen with the most beautiful people or have a squeaky clean image out there in the public, people perceive you as less than when it has nothing to do with your art. And let's be honest, the best artists have a shit show of a life. And that's what I mean by that is the best stories, the best songs, they come from a place that can only be written from pain. They come from a place that can only be written from experience, whether you're working with a room full of writers or something that you do on a personal level. If you don't get out there and live life and experience new things, learn through your flaws, learn through your mistakes and grow from them, there will be no stories to tell. So before you stop and judge artists for being imperfect, which the only perfect person I ever heard of is dead and gone, and that was Jesus. But, you know, other than that, unless you're looking for some type of perfect person, you'll never get the art that it is you're looking for. You'll never find resonance. A lot of people listen to music, watch film, look at pictures, paintings, because they want to find pieces of themselves inside the art. If there's no flaws being expressed through people's art, what would there be to find yourself in? Because at the end of the day, the only person that knows your imperfections is yourself. The only person that has to deal with it is yourself. So before you move on to judge people, take a step back and realize that we all human. And that makes me respect the fact that they take a step back and focus more so on the music than being out there in the face of everybody. So I think that's a pretty cool concept.
The anonymity also allows Vessel to express a level of vulnerability and explore experiences that he otherwise may not have been willing to share. With that in mind, you will understand why the #1 rule within the fan community is to respect the band's wishes for privacy. Going against this does nothing but hurt the band, so if you ever come across someone breaking this rule, please let them know it's wrong. Curiosity is a human trait, but in this case, please keep it to yourself at all times. Now let's talk about the logo. Sleep Token have had 2 logos. Both the old and the new one consist of runes from the oldest runic alphabet known as Elder Futhark. Each rune has its own meaning, and when combined into what is known as a bind rune, it is said that the collective meaning of those runes are enhanced. Since the logo is a complex bind rune, we can't exactly say which runes it consists of, but here is one possible example. Manas, Tivas, and Vunyo. The addition in the current version of the logo could very well be a representation of Vessel, sleep, or a gateway signifying transition or even the afterlife. Another interesting thing worth mentioning is how certain runes seem to be mirrored in the logo. This could indicate that they represent the opposite of their original meaning. So that would mean that besides man, victory, and joy, there is also woman, loss, and sadness present. There are various combinations that fit the puzzle, and this was merely my own interpretation. We can't tell the true meaning with any certainty. An aspect of Sleep Token that is both apparent and hidden is the extensive use of symbolism, riddles, and hidden messages. From the earliest days of the band, there have been many layers to explore and understand, from the symbolism and references of 1 and 2, the sigils and concept of Sundowning, the riddles and hidden secrets of Tomb, which we just recently fully solved, to the glyphs and characters of the Eden Code. There is a lot to discover. I will be doing a video dedicated on this topic since it's a pretty immense and far-reaching aspect of the band, but just to give you an example, these were the first 3 singles for the Tomb album. In the artwork for each of these singles, there were hidden fragments of a set of coordinates. When the final single and final piece of artwork was released, the full set of coordinates was complete. It was Point Nemo, the most remote place on the globe with the longest distance to any landmass in any direction. And this is barely scratching the surface of the whole puzzle that would follow. Besides the music itself, this is one of the aspects I personally find the most interesting about this band, and those of you who have seen my Eden Code video will know that we are a team of people who spend a lot of time going down very long rabbit holes to uncover and solve all of these secrets. In the beginning of the video, you heard mention of
an ancient deity crudely dubbed Sleep, since no modern tongue can properly express its name. This being once held great power, bestowing ancient civilizations with the gift of dreams and the curse of nightmares. Even today, though faded from prominence, sleep yet lurks in the subconscious minds of man, woman, and...
This is one of the few official sources we have when it comes to the lore of Sleep Token. But what does that mean? And what is the relationship between Vessel and Sleep? To answer that, we will have to...
Nothing lasts forever.
That was a dope video. I just wanted to take some time to be able to do something like that for you guys. I know it was once again, I appreciate everybody for showing so much love and being genuine. I try my best to always interpret music in the way that the artist may have intended to. I think the most respectful and appropriate way to go about unpacking art is to put yourself in the perspective of the artist and try to understand the bigger picture and theme. As an artist myself and somebody who prides myself as putting things out there where people can find themselves in, I understand the importance of putting your soul inside your music, being able to draw themes and messages that people can find, and it hits you on an emotional level. I think that's the most beautiful thing in the world. When you hear people talk to you about how your art makes them emotional, or it takes them back to a time, or it gives them hope for something more positive in the future. If that's not why you're doing it, then what is the point? It needs to be something that uplifts people. It doesn't necessarily have to be motivational music, but something that helps people get through life, because life is hard on its own. You don't need added pressure. And that's why I respect this. A lot of you guys gave me a lot of the stuff that was talked about in this video already, so I appreciate that on the front end. But on the back end, I respect the fact that they go the extra mile to give their fan base not just quality art, but a lot of interesting factoids and Easter eggs for you to figure out and learn more about them. I think the crypticness of this band is what makes them most impressive. The amount of effort to give a full circle experience to their fan base is a really cool thing, and something that I would deem underappreciated. A lot of people, we've gotten to a point in society where everybody wants what they want and they want it now. That has something to do with, a lot of people in the comments were saying members of the band like Vessel and the rest of the guys were getting doxxed. They were getting their identities revealed, or people were kind of hinting towards the fact that they might know who these guys are. And that's one of those things that I kind of blame on the times. Yes, like he said in the video, curiosity is a human trait, but it can also be to the detriment of somebody's livelihood, not just as far as them wanting the privacy for their lives, But also we live in a time where people get progressively unhinged and fan bases can get more and more violent, which is dangerous. Everybody knowing everything about you is not to the best interest of you, especially if you're a household name. People take your opinion and your messages and what you stand for a lot more deep than they do the average person. So that could potentially put their families in danger. That could put them in danger at a personal level. Anybody's wishes in life, whether they're a celebrity or somebody that's living a normal life working a 9 to 5, you deserve to be able to decide the level of openness you want to give and what you want to keep private. You deserve to be able to keep something close to the vest if you choose to. So people going out of their way to feel like their entitlement makes it so they deserve to be the one to let people know who you are. They deserve to not have to wait for new music. They deserve for you to give everything that they want to know about you. They don't owe you anything. Once upon a time, all of these guys were no names. And I'm not just talking about Sleep Token, I'm talking about artists in general. Once upon a time, these were the guys that were looking up to those guys that you treated bad before. So to tell somebody that getting to a point where I got everything I wanted in this life and it takes my humanity, it takes my peace away from me, that doesn't really sound like a fair trade-off, you know? Comment down below, let me know y'all thoughts on it. I know y'all touched a lot on the lore in the last video, but just connect with me more down there. If there's anything that, first of all, shout out to Sleep Token Luke for doing this video. I'm gonna drop the link to the original video down below if you haven't seen it. And comment down below anything that he might have left out. Anything else that you want to share, you feel like I should know pertaining to the band going into the album, make sure you comment down below. I always appreciate you guys. And I want to know more about like this interaction. That interview that was written out a few years ago, did it talk about his experience in his dream with the deity sleep, or is there any way to find out more about that? Maybe suggestions on, or maybe he talks about it in the music. I don't want to keep watching a bunch of these videos because I feel like it'll get to a point where one of these videos talks about the themes of the album. And since you guys have seen me react to the last song, you know I pride myself on analytical skills and being able to focus in on hair stuff for the first time and draw my own conclusions without getting distracted by other people's opinions. So I'm gonna leave it here for now. I just wanted to check out something quick to give you something in the meantime, but I will be starting on the Sundowning. So make sure you scan this QR code right here. It's gonna be there so you guys can go check that out early while you're waiting for the YouTube to get a chance to get it. But make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notification bell so you stay tuned every time I drop a banger like this one. And once again, shout out to all of our patrons for showing unlimited love. We love and appreciate you guys for everything you do and helping us be able to continuously make more quality content. I hope you guys are enjoying these videos. I'm excited to get more into these guys and hear some of the stories that you guys speak so highly of. So if that's something that you're excited for, make sure you smash the like button on this video. There's no particular goal. Like I said, you guys have more than earned what's coming. But just like this video to let me know that you're excited. And comment down below and let me know what songs on the Sundowning are you most excited for me to check out and most excited to hear my thoughts on. And that's all I got to say. Until next time, I hope you all excited. I'll see you in a little while. Peace.
How does this go? You wanna know. You've never been here before. Go with the flow. We'll take it slow. No need to rush.